Hello everyone, it's Nightwood here on Rayman Legends. We're just about to do the daily challenges, but before I do that I need to update you all on how I got on in yesterday's daily extreme. I will show you all in just a moment. So if you watched the video you will notice that I would have got 2601, but I did go back and work on it a little bit more after, and I eventually played a bit more sensibly, and I got 2474 in the end. So just over a second improvement, still very solidly a gold cup of course, and it was not in the top 100 in rankings, but if you take out the cheaters I suspect it would be like somewhere around the 100th mark. It would be borderline top 100, I'm not too sure. But it was what it was. I managed to improve, and any improvement is good. So moving on to today's challenges, it is a dojo that we are starting off with tonight, and we're looking to collect 200 lums as fast as we can, and it's 2566 for the gold. I know that diamond is not going to be obtainable because there's too many. We're not playing with ghosts. I know that we're up against people who played with multiple controllers, and I was sent a video of someone getting 16 seconds on this challenge solo using quite a lot of advanced techniques, and even they didn't get the diamond, so that means that there's, well, I think we can safely say no chance that I'm gonna get it. There we go. I think I've already just missed it. Alright, well 2016, that actually was quite comfortably enough for the gold cup, and wasn't even really a terrible gold cup, despite many mistakes in that run. Okay, so obviously there's a lot of room for improvement in that run, so we'll try and make that room, we'll try and close the gap between the room for improvement and what kind of run we actually get. Oh, Muppet. So yeah, we're just going to try and close the gap a bit between the score I've got and the score that I've got potential to get. Trying to do that trick. There we go. Okay, well I did do it, but the problem is that by the time I got it working, it was too late, of course. That's a terrible start. There we go, got that working. Alright, 1823. I think that run was fairly sensible. I think if I kept playing that I could get it below 18 seconds, but given that someone there with 1499 hasn't even got the diamond, and there is no chance that I'm going to improve by nearly 4 seconds, we'll take that and move on. So 1823 it is. And okay, so the daily extreme challenge is going to be a never-ending pit apparently. So moving on to the extreme challenge. As we know, it is a never-ending pit. We're looking to go as far as we can. It's 759 meters for the gold, or about 2 kilometers further than that for the diamond. Now, that is doable. All I've got to do that is just be sensible for, well, the 2.7 kilometers that I need to get. I'd probably have to go a little bit further than that to actually be certain, or even say that it's likely to get a diamond. Like the very minimum of the diamond, that just might be a diamond, might be a gold. That's not a guaranteed diamond. It is just a score that might be a diamond. I mean, you could even get lower than that and still get the diamond if the diamond lowers overnight. Okay, I think we're pretty much caught up with all the comments at the moment. Now, if anybody has got questions, of course, you're welcome to ask. I'm getting quite a lot of friend requests again. If I see that you also play Rayman Legends, I tend to just accept them now. Although if I don't see that and it's just blank, I will be asking who you are. It is always nice though, if you send me a request, just to tell me a bit about who you are. Especially if you've come from these videos and you're watching. It's always nice to know. Ooh, that was a bit close there. Okay, same obstacle again. This one can be a bit tricky. So you'll notice that quite often when I hit a bumper, or when I gain quite a lot of momentum that could send me flying straight into something dangerous, that I do a kick and immediately start hovering, and that is just a method of control. So there we go, I just did it there again. Through here you can just fall through that. It's a simple one. We're going to do it again. So there we go, nice and controlled through those vines. Obviously you have to be precise or you'll run into the spikes. There we go, did that again just there. So it just helps control yourself a bit. But apparently if you kick when you're too close to the spikes, it can trigger a long kick where you start falling faster than you want to. So just be careful of that. There we go, done it again there. There's another obstacle coming up where it's mandatory, but that tends to appear after about 1500 meters. We'll talk about that when or if we get there, which hopefully we will. We'll have to pass it surely in order to get the diamond. So I'll talk through what I'm doing while I play it. And here it is. So we kick the bumper. So as soon as you hit that bumper, you kick and then immediately start gliding. And it's a reliable way to get through it. I've never had any trouble doing that. I've always managed to get through it. So if you know what you're doing, it's actually a very easy one to get through. I've never really had any problems with that one. Although just imagine if now that I've said that, given that there's always a first, what is going to happen in this video? I mean, that is a worry now that I've said that. It is advisable not to say things like that when you're playing as well. It's just another tip. We are actually going to try and get this diamond. Okay, so once again, as soon as I hit the bumper, kick and start hovering. There we go, so I did that just there again. I don't think you have to do that in that obstacle, but it can help a little bit. You'll notice that a common one is with that wind section, the horizontal wind. Well, I mean, there's a lot of that in this challenge anyway. I'll try and talk through the next one. This one, so as soon as you're at the end of it, just push in the opposite direction to the wind, and most of the time, if you're precise, shouldn't have any problems with it. Let the wind push you to one side. You don't need to do anything. The wind takes you where you need to go, and as soon as you get close to the spikes, just press in the opposite direction to the wind and you'll be safely out of it. So I'm talking about a specific obstacle there that we've gone past, and it's this one here. So here, just let the wind push you through, left, again the wind pushes you through, and then push in the opposite direction to the wind and you'll be through it nice and easily. Right, just 500 meters to go. So, kick and glide. Oh, I was a little bit late there. I thought I might have been in trouble. I seemed to just about get through it. Right, just 400 meters to go. 300 meters to go. 350 rather. Oh dear, that was a little bit close. Okay, be careful here with kicking. Because if you do it too close to the spikes, you can get into trouble. Kick and glide. Okay, so right around here I think was the Diamond Cup. Okay, we should now be headed for a Diamond Cup, which is good. It's always nice to get a diamond. Okay, so I did a bit of a speed run through that ghost section there, and the reason that I did that is so that the ghosts had less time to spawn. And actually, the faster you go through that, the less hazards there are. This time they appear to have spawned far too early, and that time was a little bit more complicated. So you don't always get that luxury of getting through it before the ghosts spawn, but if you can, sometimes it's actually worth getting through it a little bit faster, just so you get through before the ghosts spawn, but it's not always possible. Whoa! Okay, I don't know what happened there. I crashed into the wall and then just started falling. I think I just got too close to the wall, and yeah, I think the game thought that I'd gone on the wall, and then I fell off the wall before I'd even realised that I'd got on the wall, and just, yeah, started falling, and it all went a bit wrong. But that's okay, because it's a fairly safe diamond. I think that's more likely to be a diamond cup than a gold cup. It is still... It could turn into a gold cup overnight, but I think it's unlikely. I'd say that's a 90% chance, at least, of being a diamond. And overall, I'm happy with that. So, there we go. If you guys have got any questions you'd like answered during distance challenges, whatever it's about, or if you like it when I talk a little bit more about how I'm getting through the obstacles, drop it in the comments. Tell me what you think. But on that note, I got my gold cup and diamond cup, and that is both challenges done. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.